and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. The Buckeyes will put toe to leather and will get started. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Indiana's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it to the back on the draw. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They got 2 and then blocked it. And after all of that, they'll take over inside their own 30-yard line. So Ohio State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the peck.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snags it over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Bringing the heat. On the run, fires downfield. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. He hopes it turns out better than last time he had the other one blocked. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. There he goes. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Motion from the wideout. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically.
Wide open spaces. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Caught in the backfield. It's Keene. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Sends it back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The screen, and watch out. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown,
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Let's see what they've got on second down. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, you know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. It's Harvin. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. Now, don't forget, I'm sure he hasn't. He had one blocked earlier. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll give it to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. Now, don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The screen, he's got wheels. Bounced off his feet.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but...
It's a running room. Running inside the 20. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And he tacked on the extra point. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He'll do it himself. Plows through the defense.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time. Playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. It's a draw, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Quarterback extends the play. Ripping through the defense. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Rush is on him. He's going to take off. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. DB's right up on the receivers. Grabbed in the backfield. It's King. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never develop. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Took a shot as he threw.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. The give to the tailback. And he gets stopped before he gets started. A loss on the play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 40. The 20.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Seems as if he has reservations for 6 every time he touches the ball.
What is that? That's 3 already, I think, for him in the 1st half. So great start. I keep feeding him, I think. He's doing okay.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's got him. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He wants it all. Touchdown, Indiana! Fitted in the window for the score.
And earlier, this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Pulls it in down the sideline. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Hoosiers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll open the second half on the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. Now don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. No return coming here as he signals for the pair. Catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the catch on the right side. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
A lot of coaches will tell you they've got a play chart that they're going to get certain guys the ball in certain situations. Nice job getting a guy with speed around the edge on a reverse. He's got some space out wide. Nice job exploding, getting to the open field, and most importantly, getting the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Balls at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just dived as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
With jet sweep pass. He steps out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys...
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Working the middle. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold offense.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The toss to the outside. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Oh, it's a reverse. And the defense not fooled at all as they stop this play at the line. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Sawyer. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They fake it, goes to the tight end. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. He'll field the punt. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes, and it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense understanding They are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the set. 29 Philly.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Ball is loose. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the TO.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't quite find enough space to get it out, and it's a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
And these quarterbacks, they know they're playmakers, and they can make big plays, and so that you see more dancing nowadays. And he's dancing. He's got his dancing shoes on. He's going backwards and moving around, but at some point, we got to know to pull the trigger, throw the football away, not keep floating all the way back to the end zone, getting tackled, giving up the safety.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Trying play action. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Landry. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
From the gun on third down. He's taking the shot. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll try to get outside. Breaks into the open. The 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make...
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to